guys, how are you all doing? I hope that you all are doing great. I am doing absolutely fine. Sorry. Okay, so today I'm here with a book recommendation video which no one really asked for, but who cares? I am here to recommend books for you guys. So the books today, the books which I'm gonna talk about today, these books are not the ones which get recommended too much out there. I haven't really seen other people's recommending these books, but these absolutely did something in here for me. It kind of changed the way I look at the world. So yeah, I think that I must do this video. So let's start with it. The first book that I want to talk about is called Men Without Women. It is Murakami's work. It's a short story collection. Now the thing about Murakami is he's a much talked writer, but I haven't really seen people recommending his other books. You know, like 1Q84 is quite popular. Then Norwegian Woods get recommended a lot of times. So does Half Gone Shore, but no one really talks about Men Without Women. When I read that book, I had no idea that I am gonna talk about it in a recommendation video, because while reading it, it really didn't had that kind of a influence on me, that kind of impact on me. But even when it's been like so many months since I read it, but even when I am lying down and thinking and randomly my thoughts are wandering here and there will be some part of that book, some part of some story that will strike me, and then like I would be amazed. So yeah, it's that kind of a thing which when you experience it, you don't really understand how great it is, but then it keeps coming back to you and you realize that yeah, that made an impact. Okay, the next book that I'm going to talk about is surprisingly a non-fiction book. It's The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. It is one of those books which should be recommended to people who are, you know, like trying to discover the philosophy of life or want to read something spiritually enlightening. I know I am the last person someone needs to talk to if they're talking about spirituality, but when I read The Prophet, it amazed me, because I am the person who is least interested in this topic, like life philosophy, spirituality, but it kind of had an impact on me. It is beautifully written. It's like a poetic verse, you can say. It's a very short book, but more than the other self-help books or the philosophical, you know, life's philosophical books that I have read out there, it is the finest. So yeah, that needs to be recommended. The next one that I'm going to talk about, it's again a non-fictional book, but that kind of messed up everything in my head, because it highlights the naked truth of a place which is so close to the Indian. It's like it's a part of India, but yet it is so secluded from India. It's about the northeast and the army rule there. The book is called The Judgement That Never Came. It is one heck of a book. The details in the experiences of people, it is really hard to take it. You know, whenever you're reading something gut wrenching, something mind boggling, and it's a thriller, it's brutal, it's what to say, it's gore, but deep down you know inside that okay, this is fiction, so you know you can console yourself. But when you know that it's something real and it has happened with the people living there, some real life, some real people in flesh and blood have experienced that thing, it really freaks you out. So but I think that it is really important to know, to understand the things happening around us. We should be socially aware. So I think that's a book that you guys should give it a read. The next book that I'm going to talk about is also one of those books whose writer is really famous, but not this book. It is Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks. Now, The Notebook is probably the most talked book of Nicholas Sparks. They have a movie made on that, but Message in a Bottle, I kind of connected to the book way better. The first book I read of Nicholas Sparks, and I instantly fell in love. I was kind of hooked to it. I couldn't put it down. I have completed it like a really short span of time. I was back in school at that time, but I have got the book from library, and it was one of the fastest books that I have read. So yeah, that's there in the recommendation, Message in a Bottle. The next book that I'm going to talk about, probably people will come after me after this, but I need to say it. The book is called I Too Had a Love Story. Now, the thing is that this is the first book for say which I really completed, and that kind of made me a reader, you know. So the thing is that I Do Had a Love Story is by Ravinder Singh, and it is said to be his real life story. So when I read it, it felt so personal. Like every small details was so beautifully expressed in that book that I resonated to it completely. It still have an impact on me, and I have been teaching all my life, okay? So I have been teaching really small kids, and when they would come at my place and they would say so many books and they would be like, how do you read so much? Yes, yes. And the only thing I had to say is, you know, if you don't like reading, you probably just haven't got the book, you know. And this is the book, I Do Had a Love Story, which I have gifted, but I have gifted it to like countless people, and they have read it and they have fell in love, and then they become a reader. It's so beautifully written. It's a love story which connects to probably every Indian, and I would recommend it again and again to everyone who just is starting their reading journey. Specifically, one of the main reason is because it's having an Indian setting. So whenever you're reading something which is very Indian, you start feeling like, okay, this is something that I can read, this is something that I can relate to. So, you know, you get more interested in it. So if you are a beginner who wants to start reading, then probably you should pick this book. So with the five recommendations, I have come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you will read one of the books that I have recommended and you will enjoy it. And if you do let me know in the comments. And if you have any book recommendations for me, then please put it down in the comment box. It's a pleasure to have you guys, you know, here on my channel. It's amazing that you guys turn up to my channel and watch me talk about things that I love. It's really amazing feeling. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Bye bye.